Hi everyone, welcome back to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. We are back after a break. Hope you've enjoyed our long talk episode about life in the occupied territories of Ukraine. If so, please share it with your friends. And now back to our daily coverage. My name is Artem and here is the news. 593 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky informed in his evening video address that he held a meeting with the heads of Ukraine's intelligence, Defense Intelligence Directorate and Foreign Intelligence Service, as well as with diplomats on the situation in and around Israel, and on the overall situation in the Middle East. Quote, according to the available information, a very clear one, Russia is interested in triggering a war in the Middle East, so that a new source of pain and suffering could undermine world unity, increase discord and contradictions, and thus help Russia destroy freedom in Europe, unquote, said the head of state. He pointed out that Russian propagandists are gloating about the situation there. Earlier, during a video address to the NATO Parliamentary Assembly, Zelensky said that Hamas and Russia use the same tactics and they are the same evil. And the only difference is that the one is a terrorist organization that attacked Israel and another one is a terrorist state that attacked Ukraine. Earlier, the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine claimed that the Russian military intelligence provided Hamas militants with US and EU manufactured trophy weapons that they captured during the hostilities in Ukraine, reports Deutsche Welle. Defense intelligence says that Russia is preparing to discredit Kyiv in order to affect the Allies' attitude and impact on the supply of Western weapons. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said that the supply of Western weapons to Ukraine would inevitably decrease due to the Hamas attack on Israel, reports Ukrainska Pravda. He is convinced that this will inevitably happen as opportunities seem to have their limits and money tends to run out. At the same time, the European Commission has stated that the escalation of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict will not lead to a decrease in support to Ukraine. European Commission spokesman Eric Mamer stressed that this is beyond the shadow of a doubt. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family, as well as share information on social media. This really helps more people to find out about the Highlights from Ukraine podcast and truth about Russia's invasion. The Pentagon said that the US Congress should approve additional funding so that the United States can simultaneously provide the necessary military assistance to Israel and Ukraine, reports European Pravda. Christine Worthmuth, US Secretary of the Army, noted that the United States is considering Israel's request for help. According to her, additional funding will allow to increase capacity for support, expand production, and then also pay for the munitions themselves. Later, the Wall Street Journal informed that US senators from both parties want to pass an annual aid package to Ukraine in the amount of $50 to $100 billion in the coming weeks. Pro-Ukraine senators from both parties, rattled by the upheaval in the House of Representatives, say they want to quickly pass a one-year aid package for war-torn country that far exceeds the amount of aid requested by President Biden. The senators told the publication that they see more sense in one big package than in several smaller ones. This firstly will give Ukraine a sense of confidence, and secondly it will be better from a political point of view. Prime Minister of Ukraine Denis Shmyhal informed that nearly 6 million people in Ukraine are in danger from mines, reports Ukrinform. He said that as of now, nearly 250 people have been killed by mines and over 500 have been injured and crippled. Quote, if we do nothing or use standard technologies, then 9,000 more people will be injured or killed by mines in Ukraine, unquote, added the Prime Minister. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just two people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.